In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to push updated slides to students. So let's say you have an interactive notebook for a unit, and I'm going to do one on the solar system, and you want to give the students a space to take notes or to participate in the learning, but you don't want to get them to get the content all at once. So you want all of their solar system notes to be in one place, but update on a regular basis. So maybe update every few days. You could use this for remote learning. You could use it for students that are quarantined. You could really use it for any topic. Again, you have a slideshow and you want to update it regularly for the students. So I started with this template here. It's just a little interactive notebook template from Slides Mania. I added a picture and a title, and I've added a few days. So I'm going to do, let's say, the solar system for 5 days. So I added 5 days of pages in my notebook. These are blank pages right now, and eventually they will have content on them. And then I added a cover page at the end if I wanted additional content. One thing to note is that you do need to make sure that you have enough slides to cover all of your content. Once I copy everything, I'm not going to be able to add additional slides, but I can add additional content. Hopefully that makes sense. So when I say content, I mean the pictures, the text, shapes, manipulatives. I can add new items to a page, but I can't add an individual slide. So I'm going to keep my blank notebook here, my 5 days. So I would maybe overestimate what you need, 10 to 15 slides, something like that. And if you don't use them, that's fine, but at least students have them. So I've created this blank slideshow, and I'm going to now create a student version. So I have a teacher version and I have a student version. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change my page setup to match the sizing of my original document. So let me just grab those numbers. So the size now matches for these two. And I'm going to come, instead of making a copy of this presentation here, I'm actually going to copy each of the slides. When I do that and I paste them over here, it's going to give me an option at the top. It says, what do you want to do with these slides? And we always want to choose link and keep original styles. Link and keep original styles. I can get rid of this blank slide at the beginning. I don't really need it anymore. And then I'm going to do the exact same step for the rest of the slides. Link to original presentation. After I've copied all of my slides and chosen link to original presentation, I'm going to come back to my teacher version, and this is a very important step. You don't want to forget this. I'm just going to make sure that this is shared within TSC. I can share it with anyone, or I can share it within a TSC, and just viewer status is fine. And I'll click done. Now, whether I'm in Google Classroom or Canvas, I'm going to assign this to students and make sure to make a copy for each student. If you have any questions about how to do that in Google Classroom or in Canvas, please be sure to contact our team. Now that the assignment has been made available to students, I'm in Google Classroom here just as a K-5 example. I'm going to choose to view this assignment for Tyler and open up that interactive notebook. So as you can see, Tyler's student version, he's got all of these blank slides in here, and eventually all of that will be filled with content. So going back to my teacher version, I'm back on my teacher version here, and I'm going to now add content to this. So I'm getting ready for day 1. I'm ready for the students to learn about the solar system. So I'm going to add some content to the page. I might add some links for the students. So I'll just add a link to the TSC webpage for right now. but I have links on there, I have videos on there, whatever content those students need, manipulatives, all those things, I'm gonna add them on to day 1. So if we look at Tyler's view, day 1 should have some content, right? But it's not there yet. So what does Tyler need to do? If you notice up in the right-hand corner, it says update. This is going to allow Tyler to grab that new content from his teacher and progress with the learning for the day. The rest of the slides don't change because that content hasn't been added yet, but Tyler now has the day 1 content and he's able to participate in the learning. If that sun was a manipulative, he would have edit rights, and so he would be able to move the sun around, whatever he needed to do. He can click on the link, he can watch the videos, so Tyler's able to get that content. So let's see that process one more time. So again, I'm in the teacher version here. You can see it up at the top. I'm gonna come to day number 2 and let's add a video this time. So we're adding a video about the solar system for our students. So we're gonna go back to Tyler's version now. We're going to check out day 2. One thing to note is that it might take a few moments for that content to be made available for students, so just be patient. If you're updating the content and they're sitting in your classroom, they might not see that update button right away. One thing that might be helpful if they are waiting for that button to show up is just to refresh their page or close out of the slideshow and open it back up. And as you can see here, Tyler now has that update button. So I click update and the video is gonna pop up here for him. Now since that's an unblocked video for the students, they're able to watch it. He can just watch it right here on his notebook and he can take notes on his interactive notebook for the solar system. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.